Hello and welcome to our guide on how to install Ubuntu, a popular and user-friendly Linux operating system. In this video, we'll walk you through the installation process step by step so you can enjoy all the benefits of Ubuntu on your computer. Before we begin, you'll need a few things. First, we recommend using a USB drive with at least 8 GB of storage to create a bootable installation medium. First, head over to this website and click the download button, then scroll down and click on download again. This should start downloading Ubuntu. Next, head over to this website, scroll down. Then click on this text. After that, it should start downloading Rufus. Open it, and if something like this appears, click on Yes. Now plug in your USB. After you plug it in, it should show up here. Now under boot selection, you should select disk or ISO image. Click on the select button next to it and locate the Ubuntu file. Select it, then click on open. Now, under partition scheme, there is two options, MBR and GPT. If you want to know which is best for your PC, click on search and search for CMD and hit enter. Wait for the CMD window to open, then here type diskpart and hit enter. And if again something like this appears, then click on yes. Then a new window should open in that type list disk and see if there is install under GPT. If there is, then select GPT. If not, then select MBR. In my case, I'm going to select GPT. Now under volume label, you can type whatever you want the USB to be named. Then click on start, then OK. Also remember, this next step will completely erase the USB drive. If you want to continue, click on OK, then wait till it says ready. Now restart your PC and spam the boot menu key. Different PCs have different boot menu keys, so search which is the boot menu key for your PC. Once something like this appears, select the USB drive which you used. Now, in this screen, select try or install Ubuntu using the arrow keys and hit enter. Then wait. Here, I recommend that you try Ubuntu first to see if there is any problem or an error with the drivers. Since I'm going to be installing Ubuntu, I will select Install Ubuntu. Here you can test your keyboard and see if there is any problem. Now here you can select normal or minimal installation. I recommend install normal, and I also recommend checking this box. This next step will completely wipe your hard drive, so I recommend that you back up everything you need. Now select your region. Here you can enter your informations. Once the installation finishes, you should see something like this. Here, click Restart Now. Once you see this, remove the USB and hit Enter. After restarting, you should boot into Ubuntu. Now, all you have to do is go through the installation and you will be done. Congratulations, you have successfully installed Ubuntu on your computer. Thank you for watching. If you found this guide helpful, please like and subscribe for more tech tutorials. If you have any questions or run into any issues, feel free to leave a comment below. Happy computing with Ubuntu!